Hi YouTube, what's up? My name is Ellie and I'm a non-binary person, trans person, transitioning from female to somewhere more on the masculine spectrum. If this is your first time watching my videos, thanks for joining us. That sounded so commercial. I usually do updates that are testosterone related updates, physical updates, how has my body changed over the course of time, and then I do some mental and emotional change update as well. Today I want to start talking about the coronavirus, obviously. So I'm in Spain. Spain has been probably the most affected country in Europe so far, worse than Italy. And we have been under quarantine here in Catalonia for the past 3 weeks, coming on a month. Before that, life was a bit disrupted as well. So I have not been working for approximately a month and some change. My school has been cancelled. And yeah, it's illegal to go outside your house for more than 100 meters for like non-essential stuff. It's illegal to do sports outside. It's illegal to walk your dog in the mountains. So I've been in this house, which luckily is a great place to be because I have all this space and I have a great roommate. And we have, her son is a 6-year-old. He really keeps our spirits high and we love him. And so it's a good place to be passing a quarantine. I am completely healthy. Everyone I care about is completely healthy. My family back in Israel, they're doing great. And I hope that everyone in my followers, my audience, my subscribers, they're also doing great. And if you're not, my heart goes out to you. Stay strong. I'm going to start because I'm a physical therapist and a circus artist and a Pilates instructor and a personal trainer. It's my time to kind of give back to the community and the people I care about. So I'm going to be posting live workouts on YouTube that you could just tune into, try to work out with me or watch it later, whatever. Just to keep your head straight and keep your body physically well. And I'm going to try and do these exercises so that you could do what's right for you. And I'm going to try and explain like how to do things safely and how to really put things at your level. Like I won't be teaching handstands before saying you need this and this and this, for example, and I won't be teaching like push-ups without explaining like shoulder mechanics and how to prepare your shoulders. So I really feel like this information is important for trans people because they won't tune into just any live aerobics class or anything very cis-centered and cis-oriented because sometimes we don't feel comfortable with the way that things are taught. Things tend to be very gendered in sports. And some people navigate that very well and some people just really want some trans-oriented fitness. So there has been some trainers out there that have been putting out stuff like Elliott, I think his name is, that's been putting out some trans-oriented content. I'm going to join that trend. Of course, everything is free. I'm not making a dime off of it, and I wouldn't want to. I just want you guys to be healthy and to try to work out the best you can. Okay, enough about that. So, changes on testosterone. Let me undress. It's always better when I'm shirtless. Okay, so I've been on the higher dose of testosterone for, I have no idea. I have to check. But it's definitely been like 6 months. I'm getting facial hair. Check this shit out. I am getting a lot of facial hair. You see that? Yeah, I don't really know if you can see that. But the lighting here is poor. But I'm getting a ton of facial hair. Yeah, I think my forearms are legit like hairy now. Yeah. And yeah, of course, I don't know if you can see it, but that has been growing. I'm also getting like some hair on my chest area, which yeah, it's not great while you still have boobs, but yeah, it's what's going on. I have a very hairy butt now and some hairy legs. So hair all over. I'm always really worried about losing my hair, but you can see the hairline is not receding just yet because I have actually been shaving this form because I have a widow's peak and the hairline is still pretty feminine, so I kind of shave it. Oh, by the way, this haircut is homemade. I watched, what's his name? This is really cute guy. Alex Bertie. He's also a transmasculine YouTuber, and he's put a video out on how he does his own hair. I found it very, very useful. I did my own hair with like a machine. Anyways, I'm not gonna try and film it because you have to be naked in the bathroom to do it. Otherwise you get like the mess all over your clothes. So I'm not gonna film it, but I will just say it's quite easy enough to be worth doing, and I'm gonna try and keep my hair like looking normal. Okay, so changes. I don't know if I've gained any mass. This is what I currently look like. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't tell you, you know. I don't feel like I've grown, but on the other hand, it doesn't make sense that I haven't because it's been a while. Yeah, this is my back. Yeah, I always want to see what guys look like the whole perspective, because I think if you just see from the waist up, then it's kind of like, it's hard to understand what they look like. So I'm going to try and give you guys like, yeah, this is what I look like. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to keep this off. So, whoa, except for muscles, appetite has actually really gone down lately. I think it has to do with like being quarantined, so I don't move as much, sadly. So I just have a lot less appetite, so I eat a lot less. I think I've lost like a minor amount of weight, like 1 kilo or 2 since being quarantined, which is what, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, I don't know. Anyways, other than that, I'm doing good. I lost my sense of smell and taste for a while, which might which might mean that I actually caught coronavirus and recovered from it. At least that's what they tell me. I don't know if I believe it, and I don't really care if I did or I didn't, because I'm fine. So I lost my sense of smell completely. So I'm not able to tell you guys, like, do I smell more, do I sweat more, now that the spring is coming and the weather is turning warm again. But I've never been one to really be able to measure these things, because I think it's so hard when the change is slow to kind of be aware of that. What else? So I have started training legs about 2 or 3 months ago, and the rise in strength is scary. Like, I can jump. It used to be really hard for me to jump, and now, like, I play basketball. I really enjoy playing basketball, so having hops is amazingly important to me. And like right now, like this, I didn't used to be able to do this. I can, if I'm warmed up, I can touch the ceiling here, which is like, for me, that's amazing. It's all I wanted in life. So I have a lot more explosive force in my feet, which didn't just come with testosterone. I had to train for it, but training for it, it could be newbie gains because I've never really trained legs in my life before. But the last time around, when I was pre-testosterone and I was training, I did Kung Fu, which is a lot of leg work. But I didn't gain, after 3 months of Kung Fu, this amazing force that I now have. I feel like I can fucking jump the house. I can reach things. Like, I have this explosiveness in my legs right now. And I have been training squats, but the weights that I train are incredibly low because I have lower back problems. So I really took it slow. I took a personal trainer. I built it up very slowly. It's still really not an impressive amount of weight. I'm not even going to tell you the amount of weight because I don't want you hung up on numbers. But I will say that it's less than my own body weight, and I can't even do more than 2 repetitions with that weight. So I really don't lift a lot. I really think that the amazing rise in force and explosiveness is because of the way that testosterone is influencing my system and helping it like adapt and develop. So I've never had this kind of benefit from training legs before. That's great. I really feel better. And also cardiovascular ability. So that's kind of hard to, it's kind of hard to judge. I did go back to playing basketball, and I have been able to keep up better with the team that I'm training with. It's when I started, it was a bit of a challenge, and now it's better. Some training, some like training sessions are harder, and also in the last month I've been sick with a cold, like I mentioned, which of course my respiratory system was going through like a lower phase, and I've gone back to smoking about a cigarette or 3 a day, which is really pathetic, and I need to stop. And that also lowers your cardiovascular ability. But I still feel like I can get my heart rate up and keep it up and be okay, more so than I used to be in the past. Now I'm really an upper body athlete. I'm really not a good stamina endurance athlete. And the basketball and the kung fu and the lower body training, it's kind of a new thing for me. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the benefits, and I think it's really amped by testosterone. What else? So my voice has dropped. I still speak at a very high register, but I can actually speak a lot lower now, and maybe I should start getting used to it. I feel like I need like voice training or something to stay in the lower register, because I really enjoy hearing that sound of my voice. But whenever I've been talking for a while, I just go back up naturally to where I used to speak. So there's that. I really enjoy singing now. I don't sing well. I sing out of key, but the ability to like reach the lower notes is really making me feel good. It's like I sing and I'm just amazed at the beauty of the voice that's coming out of my mouth, even though it's completely unrelated to the melody, which is like this narcissistic moment for me. But you know, fuck it, you know. like you can sing, and the voice that comes out of your mouth is actually sounding like the voice you think you should be able to bring out. So that's great. I've had some quarantine thoughts about top surgery. I realized I would be a lot happier without the breasts. So I have started finding out how to do top surgery in Europe, which, by the way, if you're under the Spanish health system, it's great for some things and shitty for others. Like, the great part is you can get free trans-related healthcare and nearly completely subsidized hormones. You can get them from your family doctor, wherever, and you can get directed to the specialty unit that deals with trans-related medicine very easily. If anyone wants me to like detail the process of how to do it, it's extremely simple. Even if you're a foreigner and you're just staying in Spain temporarily, you can still get the healthcare, you can still get the hormones in Spain without a problem, without spending too much cash. So that's great. It goes through the public system, so there's no need for like a special private insurance for that. Actually, the special private insurance that I have, because I have to have because of the visa, does not cover any trans-related medical stuff. So you're better off with just the public one. Okay. So Spain is great for that. And they actually called me the day that I was supposed to have an appointment, because I missed it due to quarantine, and the endocrinologist gave me a 40 minute telephone interview just to see that everything was okay with me, get to know me, ask me about my history, mental as well as physical, about my legal situation, and just try to make sure in every possible way that I was okay. And that's amazing, because I don't think I've ever experienced that from any healthcare giver in my country, which is Israel. They just don't have the resource, the time, the ability to help you with this sort of thing. And they kind of do here in Spain, at least in Catalonia, which is a very rich, very social part of Spain. It was amazing. I thanked the woman, like at the doctor at the end of the conversation. I was like, you guys are amazing, thank you so much, and I appreciate it. It's really not being taken for granted. Okay, so yeah, so voice drop, body mass, hairs, and I've been passing pretty regularly for a while now. Everybody in school speaks to me in a masculine form. the 6-year-old that I live with, he uses male pronouns for me when he talks to me and about me, which is amazing because he's seen me in a binder and a sports bra many times, but he's a cool kid, so we're good. And I've decided that I wanted top surgery, and I've signed up for the waiting list, so that's not so great. I've signed up for the waiting list here in Spain, and it's going to be about 15 years until I can have funded top surgery here in Spain. So I'm probably going to get a private one. I have been told that you can get a private medicine top surgery in Malaga and Las Canarias, like the Canary Islands. You can get top surgery there for approximately 3,000-4,000 euros. So I'm definitely going to check that out as soon as the quarantine shit gets back to normal. I haven't looked at results. I don't even know what's important to know. If you guys are in on the know what you should look out for in top surgery stuff, please let me know. The American surgeons like Garamoni and that other guy, they're completely out of my league. I cannot go to the States. I cannot have the surgery done there. It's just not an option. I would need a double mastectomy because I do have, well, it's not a very big it's not a very big breast, but they have substantially fallen, so I'm not going to be able to do keyhole, and I really care about the size and the placement of the nipples. I don't really care about sensation, but I really want them to be aesthetically pleasing and on the pec line, and I want the cuts to be angular. I will not have like the round ones. They freak me out. So if any of you know what I should be asking, what's the relevant information, what's important, I would love to hear some tips about top surgery. Okay. As far as I can see into the future, it's not going to be possible in the next 6 months, and I don't have the money. But as soon as I sort out my legal situation here in Spain, when the next visa renewal or if I get my request denied, I will know where I'm at, and I will be able to plan better for top surgery. So just a word about my legal situation. I am a student here in Spain. I study a master's degree in physical therapy and sports. So I am legally allowed to stay in Spain until June, and afterwards I would have to either somehow renew my visa, or I will have to kind of sort out how I'm going to stay in Europe. So coming back to Israel after I've finished my studies is really not an option, because I don't know if you've been following Israeli politics. It's becoming less and less democratic as long as the coronavirus stuff is going on. They have already closed parliament. They have already closed the high court. They have partially reopened, and it's been a hot mess. They're tracking people's cell phones. It was illegal until like a month ago because of the right of privacy, and it's just the budding start of fascism not being so buddy as much as just straight out fascism, and the country is in total chaos. Even though the death rate is really low and the disease rate are really low and everyone is basically okay, there's still a really hard quarantine going on and a loss of human rights. So basically, I'm not looking forward to going back there, even though my entire family lives there. I just want to stay in Europe. Okay, so that was that. Emotionally, I'm doing really well during this quarantine, because I'm able to pass it with people that I like and that I care about. I've really reconnected with a lot of my friends in Israel. I'm giving a lot of workouts, most of them completely free to people who need them, older people, friends, transgendered people from like groups and stuff that I'm connected with. I'm really trying to give what I can, because I feel like I'm getting a lot of support back, and I'm making use of my time. I'm also writing my thesis, so I'm not short of stuff to do. So it's basically been work out, write your thesis, work out with other people, cook something at night, hang out with your roommate, go to bed, and I'm doing good. So I don't have like a lot of the depression and anxiety stuff that people are dealing with, which I'm really lucky for. I also self-medicate with weed and whatnot, whatever makes me feel a little better. So it's my way of taking care of myself. I try not to use it to excess, but it's definitely a helping factor. What else? Oh, by the way, I'm not recommending anybody else self-medicates or does weed or does anything. I'm talking about my own experience, and it's my opinion, of course. Yeah, so just speaking generally, I don't think the quarantine is very smart. I think it could have been done a lot better. I really like the Swedish model of recommendations and then people self-quarantining or being told to quarantine because they're at high risk. And I really wish we could all just go back to work. I would love to speak more on that, but I don't think it really belongs in like this particular kind of update. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up now, and I'm going to start putting out live streams, and hope you guys will be able to tune in and train with me or use the streams later. And I wish you all an easy, manageable quarantine. I hope you don't lose your job, and if you do, I really hope that your government is working to help you and that you're able to work to help yourself. I don't think this is a personal responsibility thing. I think it's a society and government responsibility thing. So what I do is I just try to give as much as I can, because I think we as a society need to do better for one another, so we come out of this on the other side, a more socialist, a more democratic society that's able to overcome things and doesn't just let the rich get rich and the young and the poor get eaten, you know? But that's my political views. Okay, good luck to everybody, and I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're doing good. Stay strong. Bye.